Hello everyone, welcome back. So till this point, we have completed the post creation section. Like you are able to create post with video as well as image and textual post. Now in this video, we are going to implement the post section, like where we will be able to show the post or display the post that we have created. Now, for now, we are going to display all the posts, and later on we will add an algorithm where it will only display a post from the combination of like public post as well as my friends post and the mutual friends post. So that will be like the algorithm that you'll use. So for now, let's jump into the post section. Where we will display all the posts that are published, and we will order them by date. And let's just do it. So I am going to home um, livewire component. So if I go to home, and here I have to pass the post to the model, the blade component. So I will do like posts, and here I'm going to call the post model, import it, and then we are going to load the user details. So we will load it with the user, as we have user relationship with the from the post model, as you can see. So we are going to load post as well as its author, and after that we are going to set the latest and then paginate. So paginate, and then here we can create a variable for that. So let's say public paginate um, amount, or let's say number, and let's set this to 10 for now, and then we will call that right here. So dollar this of paginate number, and that's it. So let's set this to 20, and now I am going to go to this component blade file, and here we have the um, post section. So I'm going to loop through all the posts that are available and display them. So I'm going to use for else for loop, and post as post. This is posts, and if it's empty, then go ahead and display a message. So h1 dot text center, and let's say text dangerous as well. And now let's say no post found, and I'm going to move this to the bottom like this. And now this is going to loop through all the posts and display that static post. So if I refresh the page, let's see if that's going to work. Now as you can see, we can see some post repeatedly, so which means that is working. Now we can integrate the rest of the things. So I'm going to come here to the loop. So for else, and here we have the author. So I'm going to change this to the author of the post. So post has a user and it has a username. We can use the name, but let's go with the username. And then here we have the time stamp. So I'm going to change this to dollar post of created it, and then def for humans to show the format in like hours ago, in minutes ago, and stuff like this, something like that. We will see that in the in the UI in just a minute. Then we have add this post to your saved item. So we will create a function, and on clicking on this, that function will be called, and this item will be saved to that item, the saved items. We have a model for that. Then hide this, this will unfollow that person, or we can like add functionality like unlisted or or hide list, something like that. And if the user ID or the post ID is in that list, then go ahead and hide that from this user. Then hide from all this group, follow and group, this will be for groups, and we will integrate that once you come to the groups section. So here I'm going to call the post content. So post, if I go to post model, we have the content for the post content. So here we'll go that content, then see more. I'm going to remove this, and let's remove that. Whenever you click on this, we're gonna create another page. We will display the post as well as the comments for that post, but the post content will be displayed for each of that post. Of course, we can do that thing as well, but I'm going to go with this thing. Now here are the images. So what I'm going to do is we have post media. So every post that we have saved will be displayed here, and that will come from the post media table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this. Here we have something like that. So let's do one thing. I'm going to remove these things, and then remove this as well, and loop through all the post media. So and then display that right here. So what I'm going to do is let's remove this, and here I'm going to create some PHP code. So at PHP, and let's say post underscore media, and set that equal to the media of this post, so that will come from the post media model. So I'm going to call that or send request for that. So post media, where we have the post, right? So post underscore id is equal to dollar post of id, and get all of them, and then we will loop through that using for each. So at for each, and dollar post media is dollar media, and then for each of that do this thing, and here we will display um, the that specific image or video. For video we will create for the type, so we will create another thing, like if it is a video, then we don't have to use image tag, we will definitely have to use a video tag. So let's see load the UI and see if the changes are occurred. So I'm going to refresh the page, and we will have to load for the UI to complete. As you can see now, here we have the 1 day ago, and as we implemented this feature 1 day ago, so that's how it works. And then we have this thing seems to be not working properly, and then um, I think we broke the UI. Let's do fix that. So as you can see here, um, class, I am going to remove these, and let's test that again. I'm going to refresh the page. One thing you might notice that the post, the author image or the user image is not loading, so we have to fix that issue as well. But as you can see now, that issue is fixed. So now what I'm going to do is load the actual image. So let's do that. I will come here, and instead of this image, let's see if this is some click functionality. Yeah, so we can implement this feature as well, like uh, they have already, but we just have to set the href for this. So I'm going to call the URL of that, so that is going to be dollar media pile, Now maybe this is not going to work properly because um, we have to check if this path is valid, and we can do that from the tinker. So php artisan tinker, and then let's say post media all, and see how the URL looks like. So we have this is JSON encoded, as you can see, and then once it is like one item, then it's stored in this URL, and we can access that URL by config if, let's see if that's going to work here, f.url, and then attaching that this URL, and that is going to return that thing. Or we can use the asset as well, asset storage, and then like if I do storage and then asset, um, assets, let's try that, what I'm doing. So asset storage, and then hit enter. As you can see, it returns the storage URL, and then we can receive that item. So we can use any of that, or we can use the config app URL as well. Let's try the config app URL, but before that we have to do one thing, like the this item is JSON encoded, so we have to decode that and then loop through that, and that is what we have to do. And this is returning, we have to return one item, not, because for each of the post will have unique, um, the post ID is unique for each post. As you can see, we have post 7, then post 8, and the media is stored in a JSON file, in a JSON format, sorry. So we do need the loop, so I'm going to use the JSON encode. So JSON decode, sorry, like we already have the data in JSON encoded format, so we have to decode that. And like if I copy this, this is JSON encoded, right? So if I go to tinker, then call JSON decode, and then pass the pasted string, and it has an error. Let's try, let's remove this, and let's see if I go to create post, and as you can see, we have JSON encoded that array and then save that in the database. So the JSON decode should work on this thing. Apparently it doesn't work, seems to be. Let's use this syntax, and now as you can see, it was a course error. So when you have to use one type of code inside, then the like double quotes inside, then one single quote outside. If single quote inside, then double quote outside. So that's the sense. Now here we have the post, so then we have to um, loop through the JSON decoded and display that in the right here. So JSON decode, and then let's confirm that. So for each of that, do this, and here we will do like config f.url, and paste that for the bottom as well. And I have to add condition here, because if the post media is type is not image, then we have to use another thing. So at f, and then post media of file type is equal to image, then do this, otherwise do something else, and that is to use the video tag, not the image tag. So let's try this out. I'm going to save this, and then come back to the UI and refresh the page, and let's see if there's, oh yeah, we have Tinker running. So I'm going to start the server and come back and refresh the page. Pile on int, we have an issue here. um, for each of this as media, post media, yeah, we have post media a pile actually, and then this is the media itself, so we have to use $media. As you can see here, we have the post media, this is the post media, then inside that we have the items are JSON encoded. So if I refresh now, oh, still pile type, pile type on null. Let's try that in the Tinker, or we can see that right here. We have the pile type as a string type and video and image. So I'm going to check that, like if the post media pile type is image, then execute this plug of code. Let's see the error. So file type is image. Let's do one thing. dd the type. See what is inside. So I'm gonna dd that and die dump that and see the results. So where is that? Yeah, as you can see, it's video for the first one. Um, so that is not an image, but do we have post media? Yeah, the second one is video, file type, and if this doesn't exist, yeah, so we have to check that as well. If the post media and the post media type is there, then do that. Yeah, so that was the error. Now let's try that again. So I'm gonna refresh the page, and yeah, here we go. The error is gone, and let's see if that thing is working. The code is working, but the path is not correct, so let's fix that as well. This is considered the path. Yeah, the storage, oh yeah, we have to add slash, and I guess the let's visit this in the new tab, and I'm going to add the slash like here, and it's also not loading. So if I do storage, yeah, storage is working. So we need to use the storage and then assets, and here the parallel slash as well. So like this. Concatenation operator, and let's see. Now that seems to be working properly. Another thing I see is like if the image is 1, then we have to set the weight to 100%, and if the image is like, if we have like consider like if we have more than 3 or 4 images, then we have to like show the option that we saw in that, like the static ones. So if I go to let's implement that directly. I'm going to do one thing. I have to call the, this is like call sim4, and like if there is only one image, like here we have one image somewhere. um I saw it. Oh, that is a video actually. Let's create one post we can create as well. So hello world, and then upload one image. So I'm going to go to pictures, and let's choose this one, and it's going to pop off, and it's loaded. Let's upload that, or create the post. And yeah, the post is created. If refresh the page to load that. Now we are going to like add configuration, something like when supported post is published, then load that in the UI. As you can see here, we have one post and it's like small, so we can like make this big. And for the, if the post count is more than, like the media file is or more than 2 or 3, then or 1, then display in this section, like in this style. So to achieve that, I'm going to do one thing. um, if the um, if I will create a variable in the PHP code, like PHP, and create a variable, let's say dollar medias, set that equal to that. And if the media count, like the length of that array is more than one, then do this. Is but how to do that, let's see. So I'm going to, I think we have count method for that. So in that case, I think we don't need the loop as well. Like if there is only one, then just directly show that. um, let's see. So I'm going to do one thing, like add if condition, and if the post media dot, do we have count method or length method, something like that, then set the column to 12. That is what I'm trying to do. So we can do that in line as well, I guess. Like if I copy that, come here, and Excel and MD, let's try that here. So this is the case, then or otherwise. So I'm going to grab copy these, come here and paste it. And this is going to be called 12, and remove this one because it's already going to be 12. So if this is equal to 1, then do that thing. Now I don't know this is going to work or not, so let's try that in the UI. So that is not working. Let's search Google. PHP count array length in PHP, or return array length in PHP. So let's see if we have anything. We have the count method, yeah. So I'm going to cut this from here, and then come here and paste it like so, and refresh the page. So we do have one post with the, like one media file, one image, and we should see, yeah, as you can see now, if the image, like you have uploaded only one, then it's going to show like that. And if it's like this, then it's show that like this. Now another thing is, like if I upload a post, if I add post with more than 3, as you can see currently it's going to like size display 3 of these, and if we have more than 3, then we have to display the one that we saw before. So to do that, I think I can do one thing. I'm going to see that in the static website. So I'm going to go to the Explorer, and we have that in the storage template. template, and here we have the default. So I'm going to open that, and as you can see like this, I want to show I want to do that like this, so I'm going to use this syntax. Let me see the others. Yeah, in the video will looks like this, and as you can see they have like more customized options. We can try that like this as well, but depends on like your choice, which one you want to go, you want to follow. As you can see, when the for you have when you have only one media file, then it's going to display that like this. So I'm going to do something for like this one. So I'm going to inspect that and see the HTML of this, and use that HTML in that file, and I will create. Yeah, so I'm going to expand that. Let's do one thing. As you can see, this is also a column, so I'm going to copy, edit as HTML, copy everything, come here to our own file, and let's paste that right here. And I'm going to do one thing, paste it like this. Here it has like the position relative classes, and let's format that. See, so this thing is pretty much the same, and um, this is the same, and this class is new, so the deblock is also new, I guess. So I'm going to do one thing. As we can see, this is the index 2, right? Like index 0, index 1, and index 2. So we have index in each loop in Laravel or Laravel loops. So I'm going to make use of that and add a class to this tag, that is image, like this anchor tag. As you can see, it doesn't have any, so I'm going to add class, and I'm going to check if the index dollar loop of index equals to 3, then add these classes, otherwise do not add any class. And after that we have this thing, right? As you can see, it has the same this class for this thing, but we already have that. So and we have this thing, so I'm going to copy this, and if the index is 3, then display that right here as well. So I'm going to paste this. Let's add app condition and paste that inside, and the condition will be like dollar loop up index, not hash, dollar sign equals to 3. I think we are doing something wrong. Let's see. So as you can see here, if the index is 3, then it's going to do this, which is correct. And yeah, that is correct, but we have to count the number of other posts as well. So I think we can make use of the index variable again. Like here, as you can see, we have the +2. So I am going to add this thing. Let's see. We have the post media, right? So if I like -3 from that, the 3 are right here, and the rest of those will be counted with that. So I'm going to do like medias, the count of medias actually. So count of dollar medias and -3, because the 3 are already displayed. Oh, that is like this, -3, and that will work. But another thing is that if we have 0, then we don't need these classes, right? So we have to add condition for that even as well. So if this is only 3, I think we can do like greater than 3. How about that one? Like if that is greater than 3, then do this thing. And yeah, this is going to work hopefully. So I'm going to save this and come here and refresh the page and see. I think we don't have any post with images more than 3, so now is the time to create one for that, for testing that functionality. So that thing is working properly. Let's create a post, creating post, and choose images more than 3. So I have some images. I'm going to select all of them, and that is going to be loaded. Now as you can see, we have a problem here as well. We can like display them in a grid style, like they are coming too downly, so we have to do something about that. But for now, let's fix the other issues. Data too long for file. Hmm, that's interesting. So we have, let's see the type of that. Because on social media, I guess you can upload up to 50, 15 or maybe something like that images. So I'm going to go to create post media, and here we have, oh, that is string actually. So we have to make that text or either a long text. So let's go for text, but we have to do one thing, like re-migrate the migrations and do all those things again. And let's do it that actually. And before I do that, I have to like I will have to create the posts again. So let's do one thing. Let's choose only some like 4 or 3 or something like that. And I have another idea for that. Like we have to create a random post, as I did like 500 or something like that for the testing. So we will have to do that. Let's create some random post. Let's try 4 and see if that's gonna work. So I'm going to try 4, and it's going to show like +1 on that side. So that is loaded. I'm going to post has been published. Let's see if that's going to work. And I don't think that's working. um, let's see, this is working, but I have problem with that. So I think we can do one thing like after 3, then do not uh, do that, but let's do one thing. um, I'm going to add this condition here, and if right here. So if the index is greater than 3, then just less than 3, then do that, otherwise do nothing. This is what I'm trying to do. So let's see if that's going to work. We have to hide this port, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, it seems to be working, but we don't see the like the +1 right here. And like we have total 4 posts, right? So 4 minus minus 3 is 1, and it should display that, but we don't see. Let's show all of them, like no need for -3. So I'm going to display that, and if that's gonna work. No, it doesn't seems to be working. I think we can do one thing as well, like display all of them in this format. What about that? This is also like good idea to do it this way, but somehow it seems to be something seems to be wrong with that. And this functionality does works like if the post or create less than 3, then do this. Oh yeah, here we have to like add equal to. um so that is loaded. um I think I can do one thing. I'm going to do the same condition, but instead of like uh, instead of like this, I will have to continue at continue. But I have to use this condition. I think we can set this to poor instead, or equal to poor and something like that. So if I do this, no, doesn't seems to be working. So like we do need the third one. um, how about greater than or equal to 4? Because we do want to like execute that 3 times, and when it comes to 4 times, then we don't want to display that. Still that seems to be working. How about this one? This is going to continue that forever, but the index is greater than 3, then display this. How about equal to 3? And here we will do like greater than 3. By refresh, let's see if that's going to work for me. Now it does seems to be working, but that thing is still displayed like the fourth one, and I don't want that to be displayed. And another thing I think is like want to as you can see, there are 4 images, and this thing is seems to be like pointing to all of them, and that is because yeah, as you can see, only the third one should have. Let's do one thing. I'm going to come here and select all of them, edit as HTML, uh, edit as HTML the whole thing, copy all of them, come here, and I'm gonna paste it right here. Let's configure that, and here we have everything is normal, and here we have that. So I do want like this. Yeah, so as you can see, after the anchor tag we have one another div tag, and I think that is going to be the issue. So on here, like um, here, and after that we have the spam tag, and after that we have the anchor tag, close of anchor tag starts where this anchor tag starts though. Yeah, right here. And let's see if we are doing it this way. So anchor tag and then div tag. That seems to be okay, but I want this only to the third one, like the plus and something like that. Rounded img, yes. Anchor tag has these classes, and the anchor tag doesn't has any class, and that's what we did right here. um, if this is equal to 3, yeah, that's the issue. So let's see if that's going to fix the issue. Yeah, that looks good, but we want that on the third one. So yeah, so that is actually two, index 0, index 1, index 2, and this is the one we want. Oh, my bad. So this is should be 2, and um, the count is correct, but the index start from 0. So index 0, index 1, and index 2, something like that. And we can add the minus sign again here, minus 3, minus 3, yes. And we display the 3 is right here, so let's try that. Yeah, but we still see the fourth one, and we don't want to see the fourth one. So if that is greater than 3, then 2, I guess, because this is like 0, 1, 2, and 3. That is the issue. So let's see if that's going to fix that problem. Yeah, now makes sense. So I can click on that, and I can like view the images that are uploaded to this post, and that is posted on that time. And then we have that is that for that. We can add like this section, like as you can see, when the images are two, then display that in another format. Let me show you somewhere, um, in different format. Like look at this one. If you have only two images, then display it in this kind of thing, like call up 6, call md6, and something like that. And we can try that as well. And I'm going to uh, we have one video, right? So we have to do that as well. And for this one, we are going to like only handle one video. You can like improve that and add the pixelarity for more videos, but we are going to do that for only one video. And for that we have the video tag, but let's see if they have anything special. Like this is another video, let's click on that. If I play the video, yeah, they have some nice like video player and something like that. So I'm going to copy the HTML and use that HTML. When the type is like video, then we are going to do like use this kind of syntax. So I'm going to copy that, but where does it go? Here is the HTML. So I'm going to, as you can see, this is the video player. Yeah, so I have to copy, edit this as HTML, select all of them and copy that. And I have to post a condition like somewhere around here, like if the post media type is image, then we are JSON decoding that. But for the video, as I mentioned before, we have only one. So after this condition, we have to add like end else if. So else if media type dollar post underscore media of file type is equal to video, then go ahead and use this kind of syntax, like we have only one video, and here we have to do like, yeah, that's correct. And let's try that actually. Let's see if they have any specific things for video. So I'm going to control U to see the source code, and as you can see they have video player CSS file, and maybe they have JS file as well. So let's go to the footer, and yeah, they do have video JS file, so we have to import that as well. So I'm going to import that only. Let's see if we have already imported that. So I'm going to app.blade.php, and we don't have the CSS, so I'm going to quickly import the CSS file. I'm going to copy the path from here, but before that let's check out the video player. We don't have that, so I'm going to paste it and use asset to import that, because we already have copied all the files to our directory, so that's, we just need to import the path. I'm going to import that in the tab as well, and like the CSS file, so that is this one. I'm going to come here and paste it, then use the correct syntax using asset, paste that, and let's see if that's going to work. So what will happen is, if the file type is video, then it's going to display this video, not the video that we have uploaded for now, for there. So I'm going to refresh the page time. Okay, there is some error trying to read property file on null. So yeah, we do have to check um, before we like loop through all of them and do something else. Before that we have to like check if there is any item. I'm going to the top, and here we have to post media. Post media, we already have for that, so post media and this. So I'm going to refresh the page, and let's see if that's going to load that specific video. So let's see. Yeah, it does show the video, but we are not able to like play it. Maybe the JS or something like that is missing, or we can use the default, like the, as you can see they have different player, right? So we can use the default thing as well. Pi, why this is not working? Maybe I have to remove this thing, uh, video player. um, this seems to be a lot of things going on here. I'm going to collapse these, a lot of attributes. So they have the like the poster, and then uh, let's see what is that we have missing. So I'm going to control U, and I think like if I play this, it's like we are able to play this video, but not over there. So style, video player imported, then default video.html. What we have here, yeah, the video, and we are able to like play the video, pause the video, but um, what I want is like uh, should be able to do the same for our video that we have. So I'm going to just copy the this thing and paste only the video tag. So how about that? So I'm going to paste this thing, and it doesn't seems to be a lot. So we have the mp4 file path and something like that. So let's try that out. It doesn't seems to be working this way. um, we do have something wrong. This browser does not supports. This is, by the way, this is HTML5 video player, so we can check the docs as well. And what are the procedures to use this player? So, and these are the supports. I'm using Brave, and Brave is like based on Chromium. So it does place here, but we have to use that in our script. I'm going to this is the default video, right? Let's open this in the code editor. So default video, we have to search for that. Let's use a CLI code, copy the path and paste it right here and open that up. Seems like nothing happened though. Passing a relative path, and this time it's opened default video.html. Here we have CSS and style, and but we are interested in only video. So video player, video.html and video.html. Here is the video. So this is the like complete code for video. So I'm going to copy that. Then here we have like some descriptions regarding that. Then we have another video. Let's see, is there any like specific ID passed between these? I don't think so. So let's go back to home, and I'm going to paste this, and I think that it does have like more things. So I'm going to save this, and the video path is right here. As you can see, type, no, this is the type. The src is images slash v-4 v-2.mp4. So I'm going to serve the local server and start this again. So come here, start this and close the other tabs. Let's see. Yeah, this time it seems to be loading that, but yeah, this time it's fine. So that is the functionality and that we have to implement, and now you can like improve this by like dividing this into places, like 6 column for this and call 6 for this one. And in the next video we are going to implement the like and comment functionalities. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.